flooding, especially as they're not moving all that quickly. We'll top out near 80 degrees. 71 with a leftover shower or thunderstorm overnight. We'll still have a spotty shower or thunderstorm tomorrow as well, but also some sun as we get up to 82. Finally, as we start the weekend, some nice weather is back. We'll have lower humidity with sun and a high of 80, but the humidity building back Sunday, and we might even have a shower, high 83. Showers and thunderstorms moving through the area now at 75 in Central Park, going up to 80. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
New Jersey Transit losing millions of dollars providing service to MetLife during the World Cup.
So how did New Jersey Transit end up $3.98 million in the hole for service to and from MetLife? Well, according to reports, there was an internal memo released at NJT this week that outlined the problem. It basically came down to ridership. NJT had planned for 40,000 ticket holders round trip between MetLife and Penn Station for each of the 8 matches, but it turns out we only saw about half of that 40,000 number. And according to these reports, the loss is still significantly better return on investment compared to other special events that take place in MetLife. But Jersey Transit Management doesn't seem overly concerned with this result. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM.
There's a company called Good Golf. Content creators, they got merch online. They've gotten millions of dollars from private equity. Their stuff can be found, or used to be able to be found, at Dick's Sporting Goods and Golf Galaxy. They had locked up a deal to make a co-branded Callaway driver. That's when they did something that wasn't super smart. They put out an ad for that golf club featuring a guy bulldozing a woman on a golf course.
Do not touch my new driver.
Now, in the ad, she could be heard letting out a scream as she hits the floor, the ground, the grass there. Now, Dick's and Golf Galaxy, they pulled all their items off their store shelves. The Golf Channel postponed the launch of the new reality show featuring this group. And then Good Golf did apologize, saying they're all about making the game of golf more inclusive, and they'll continue to ensure that it's our mission going forward. 56 years ago, the world was introduced to the first digital wristwatch. It was revolutionary. This week, we learned the guy who made it died at his home in Texas.
You see this little button here? You press it. Those are the seconds.
The pulsar was so revolutionary that it was introduced to the world on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson on May 5th, 1970.
The machine finally put Mickey Mouse out of work.
James Bond wore one in Live and Let Die.
Q has repaired your wristwatch.
Thank you, Moneypenny.
The pulsar's inventor, George Thies, went on to develop a prototype electric car as the watch evolved into an industry now worth billions. Thies has died at 95. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
From King of Queens to Real Housewives, Bravo announcing its newest star on the reality hit TV show. More on that, 1010 Wins Entertainment.
The Jack and Cheryl Morris Cancer Center at Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and Rutgers Cancer Institute was recognized as a top 100 cancer program by U.S. News & World Report and a top 10 program in the New York metro area.
The new All-Pro battery by Steel. Tackle any task with 60% more peak power. Exclusively available only at your local Steel dealer. 60% peak power comparison between AP300PC and AP300S.
The U.S. Open Tennis Championships are underway, and you can still get in on the excitement. Grab a $30 grounds pass for the Finals Fan Fest, September 12th and 13th in Louis Armstrong Stadium. Experience celebrity arrivals and star-studded viewing parties hosted by actress and comedian Yvonne Orji and The Bachelor's Joey Graziadei, plus live DJ sets from Tanks, Lucas, and Summer House's Kyle Cook. Get tickets now at usopen.org.
When was the last time you watched your home movies? Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Time now for 1010 Wins Entertainment News. Superman, Man of Tomorrow has officially wrapped filming. Writer-director James Gunn making the announcement on social media, posting some photos. One of them shows Nicholas Hoult, who plays Lex Luthor, jumping into a lake after his last shoot. Another photo of the Brain Trust, as he calls it. The sequel to last year's Superman film is set to hit theaters July of next year. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has its new star.
No, they're so annoying. Why did you say they can come over?
What am I going to say?
You make something up. We're sleeping, we're eating, we're dead.
The Bravo show landing Leah Remini as a full-time cast member, filming for season 16, already underway. Remini will get started this week in LA. She's joined by another newcomer, Tracy Tudor, a real estate agent and former $1 Million Listing Los Angeles star.
Entertainment is powered by Shulman and Hill Injury Lawyers. Roll over on the Belt Parkway. Shulman and Hill rolls into action. New York's auto accident attorneys. Every borough, every block.
Buying a home in New York is hard. Keeping it can feel like a second job. We get it. We're the Homeowner Help Desk. Real New Yorkers who help New York City homeowners protect their homes and stay in this city. Call us when you have a question or need help with your home. And before you sign papers about your home that you do not understand, talk to us first. Maybe you are behind on your mortgage or property taxes. Your home needs repairs. Or you are worried about a scam, a flood, or what will happen to your home in the future. You do not need to know which program to call. Start with us. We will listen, explain your options, and connect you to trusted help. Our help is free. Call 646-786-0888. That's 646-786-0888. Or visit homeownerhelp.nyc. The Homeowner Help Desk is run by the Center for NYC Neighborhoods in partnership with the New York City HPD and the New York City Council. Homeowner Help Desk, where homeowners find answers.
Proud to be New York's first choice for news. Thank you for making us your #1 news station.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 75 degrees, cloudy in the city at 12:40. I'm Kevin Brincone. Here's what's happening. We have rain headed our way, lots of it for this afternoon. It'll stick around into the early night hours. High rip currents, the threat of flooding. We check in with AccuWeather. Leaders from the world of sports, retail, healthcare, real estate joining an advisory council put together by Mayor Mamdani. Notably absent big financial firms and social media giants. Jersey City, it's got a budget deficit so bad there were fears of a 30% property tax hike. With some state help and cost cutting, the city council there approved a hike of 15%. A concern in Chicago at O'Hare Airport. Yet another plane experienced a tire blowout on the tarmac. It's happened 4 times this month. And if you have plans to watch Avengers Doomsday,
We're going to need a miracle.
the director says you will have some required homework ahead of time. Right now we are watching a band of some severe weather headed our way. It's cloudy at the moment, but not for long. 12:41. Let's get you to where you need to go with Andre Farrow.
Let's start on Long Island. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Slow eastbound southern by the Wantagh Merge. Westbound LIE, you're tapping the brakes by Glen Cove Road. Eastbound's a little bit busy as well by Roslyn Road. Not much on the Northern State Parkway. There's a crash on Route 110 in Farmingdale, heading down towards Route 109. It's been out there all morning by Republic Airport. Just look out for that. There's some police activity in the area. Southbound, as you travel on the Cross Island in Queens, heading down towards the Grand Central. That is slow approaching Hillside Avenue. Heavy on that westbound belt in front of JFK, heading towards Cross Bay Boulevard. And the Jackie Robinson Parkway has seen some big delays heading westbound, road work from the Q heading towards Myrtle Avenue and Woodhaven Boulevard. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. We're at least 25 minutes in at the George Washington Bridge. Outbound is about 30 with the cross Bronx delays. Around 10 minutes round trip of the Lincoln, about the same as the Holland. Look out for a car fire on the southbound Pulaski. Thank you, Kim, for checking in on the traffic tip line. 844-JAM-1010. They have a couple of lanes knocked out. The Newark Bay extension would be golden. Andre Farrow, 1010 Wins, 92.3 FM. Lots of clouds around right now in the city, starting to get much, much darker. We're seeing the winds pick up a little bit too. It is a sign of things to come. We are tracking some severe weather headed our way.
With more on that, AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare.
And we do have a flash flood warning that is in effect now for southern parts of the city from Staten Island off to the northeast, as well as including portions of northeastern New Jersey. This is for that heavy rain cell that we've been talking about that is going to be moving through southern parts of the area. Staten Island, pretty much all of the island except the extreme northern portions at the moment getting dumped on with rainfall, and that is progressing into Brooklyn now. Queens is going to be the next stop. We're going to continue to have these heavy showers and thunderstorms around through the afternoon and on into the early part of tonight, and that's going to be causing flash flooding. That's our biggest concern. Damaging winds are a possibility as well. That is going to impact the evening commute, but the good news is tomorrow morning should be better off with just a stray shower or thunderstorm. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zare on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
A house fire early this morning in Queens. More than 140 first responders were called out to the scene. The FDNY tells us one person had to be rescued from inside. That person was treated at the scene. 2 firefighters were injured. One of them in bad enough shape that they had to get rushed to the hospital. This was on 110th Street, South Ozone Park. It's a residential area. The homes are packed in tight, and because of that, the fire did spread to some other properties. The cause of the fire under investigation. In the Bronx, 2 people stabbed at random. They were caught off guard, in fact. One of the victims died at the hospital. Our Glenn Schuck is at the scene.
Police here in the 46th precinct are using this cleared surveillance video they hope will eventually lead them to this killer. The violence happening in Morris Heights around 3:30 in the afternoon Wednesday. You can see in the video this man walking down Davidson Avenue. He pulls something out of his pocket and starts arguing with 2 men underneath a construction scaffolding. Within seconds, he stabs them both and runs. 32-year-old Rashawn Shuttlewood, stabbed in the chest, later died at St. Barnabas. The same hospital, a 33-year-old man who was stabbed repeatedly. He will survive and still being treated. Now, all of this appears random. The question is, again, why did the man do this, and why did he pick out these 2 men to start the fight? Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM in the Bronx.
Mayor Mamdani has launched a business advisory council. It's going to feature 15 CEOs, a list that has the head of Northwell Health, the founder of Chobani, the CEO of Etsy, leaders from real estate, tech investors, banks, the world of sports. Not included in this council, at least not yet, is anyone from JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Amex, BlackRock, no one from Meta or Alphabet. The 15 leaders who did agree to sign on, they're going to meet with Mayor Mamdani and his deputy mayor for economic justice, Julie Su, quarterly. Their first sit-down expected this fall. You know the saying, one man's trash, another man's treasure. In this case, another woman's treasure. A Columbia grad, former investment banker on the Upper West Side, who's been digging through trash for years on a mission. It's apparently a meditative activity.
I experience flow, I lose track of time, I could be out there for hours.
Anna Sachs is talking about ripping open garbage bags and seeing what's inside.
I would say I do this because I'm obsessed with it and because it's interesting and fun.
She started going through the garbage on the Upper West in 2017 after composting on a Connecticut farm.
I'll fill up my bags or my cart within a couple blocks.
With all sorts of reusable items. She's also doing this to hopefully bring attention to all the garbage she believes is being unnecessarily thrown out. Mac Rosenberg, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
There is quite a lot of anger and frustration across the Hudson in Jersey City. The city council there approved a property tax hike, a hefty one of over 15%. Mayor James Sullivan, since taking office, had said he inherited a massive budget deficit. There were genuine fears they would need to pass something even bigger, like 20 to 30% tax hikes. Some relief was offered up by the state, which this year gave Jersey City a $105 million loan and a $15 million grant, which helped keep the increase a bit lower, but still 15%. There is a desperate search for survivors underway in Nepal. Massive flood. If you haven't seen the videos, they are truly unbelievable. It was a sunny day, everything looked normal, when a glacier collapsed at the top of a Himalayan mountain range. That is what sent water rushing down, taking everything in its path. Dozens of bridges, multi-floor buildings, cars, buses. everything.
Areas where homes and businesses once stood are now buried under mountains of mud and debris, with at least 1,300 still unaccounted for, including 65 Americans, and that number is expected to rise. 22 of the missing were in a group from Tennessee who were taking part in a spiritual pilgrimage.
James Longman reporting at last check at least 353 people were killed. Some rescuers say they have found bodies miles away from where they were when the flooding hit. There's a growing problem at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. The tires on planes are blowing up.
You understand that you've got, I can see 2 blown right tires on your main gear?
2 blown right tires reported yesterday on an American Airlines plane getting ready to take off. The FAA says no one was hurt and they're looking into it. It is the 5th time this month this has happened in Chicago, the 4th time at O'Hare. United, American, and Southwest have reported blown tires while landing, taking off, or getting ready to take off. Right now, no clear explanation as to why it's happening, but several agencies are looking into it. The number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits last week, it stayed low, according to new numbers out today from the Labor Department.
The expectation of analysts was for a slight rise in filings from the revised figure of 207,000 2 weeks ago. Instead, the number has fallen to 203,000. Economists usually focus on the less volatile 4-week moving average, which was slightly higher last week than the week before.
Jim Ryan reporting. Don't bother watching the movie Avengers Doomsday.
Everything that they sacrifice will be for nothing if we do not stand together.
Unless you have seen Avengers Endgame.
I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
Doomsday director Joe Russo says watching or even rewatching Endgame is required homework if you want to understand Doomsday. It's even better if you see the Endgame re-release coming to theaters next month. The re-release of the 2019 blockbuster features an additional 4 minutes of footage. The extra scenes will have a necessary and natural progression to Doomsday. That's what we're told. Doomsday hits theaters December 18th.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
When's news time? 12:51. Let's get you to where you need to go with Andre Farrell.
And definitely do yourself a favor and avoid the outbound Pulaski right now. We have a van fire. All lanes are currently being held. It's bumper-to-bumper traffic passing the Tunnel Avenue Circle, heading towards Newark Airport. So go to the Newark Bay Extension and don't get committed to that because you're going to be there for a while if you do. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Around 10 minutes round trip at the Holland, about the same at the Lincoln. Inbound George Washington Bridge going to be about 25. Outbound's around 30 with the Cross Bronx delays. Southbound Harlem River Drive is slow passing the Triborough. Northbound is heavy. McCombs Dam Bridge up to the Cross Bronx. FDR delays in Manhattan. Heading southbound, heading down towards the area of the 59th Street Bridge, passing 79th Street. It's not terrible, just a little slow. Westbound Grand Central in Queens, passing LaGuardia and heading towards the BQE, heading towards Northern Boulevard and Woodside. You do have heavy volume. Big delays round trip on the Jackie Robinson Parkway in Queens, between Woodhaven Boulevard and the Q. Westbound belt, bumper to bumper, passing JFK and heading towards Cross Bay Boulevard. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins, 92.3 FM.
Parents have a lot to get done in a day. Sit tight, I'll be right back. But even when we're rushed, always remember, temperatures as low as 60 degrees can be deadly for children left in the car. Every time you park the car, stop, look, lock.
A check of the AccuWeather forecast. Meteorologist Heather Zare.
Well, it is pouring across parts of Staten Island. It's going to continue to rain heavily. In fact, there's a lot likelihood that there will be some flooding. We are under a flash flood warning. We're also starting to see the rain really picking up in Brooklyn as well, and those southern parts of the city especially are going to continue to get heavy rain. Meanwhile, another area has blossomed over Newark, and that's going to be heading across Manhattan. So really getting wetter across the area here over the last 15 to 30 minutes. We're going to continue to have rounds of showers and heavy thunderstorms through the afternoon and into early tonight. Flash flooding is going to be the biggest concern with this. We do have a flood watch in effect until 11 p.m. A high rip current risk offshore as well. We're going to look out also for damaging winds in addition to the flooding, high around 80 degrees. A stray shower or thunderstorm overnight then and through the day tomorrow. We'll drop to 71 tonight. Then as some sun breaks through tomorrow, we'll top out at 82. Nice weather starts off the weekend. Sunshine and lower humidity return with a high of 80, but it's more humid again with a shower chance and a high of 83 on Sunday. Showers and thunderstorms with heavy rainfall now at 75 in Central Park, and we're going up to 80. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Heather Zaire on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
It is New York, and there is always something to do this weekend.
From cocktails to wagging tails, join Motel No-Tell this Sunday at 5 p.m. for Dog Days Are Over. Every Last One shelter will transform an outdoor patio into a puppy-filled afternoon with furry friends looking for their forever homes. Plus an awesome cocktail menu, giveaways, exciting raffles, and more. Visit MotelNotelNYC.com for more information. The Bone Museum is one of Brooklyn's curiosities, dedicated to making osteology more accessible to the general public. The Bone Museum displays all kinds of medical oddities and unusual conditions, from X-ray phantoms to an intricate collection of skulls. Visit thebonemuseum.org. I'm 94.7 The Block's Shelley Wade for 1010 Winds.
Sponsored by Resorts World Casinos in New York City, Catskills, and the Hudson Valley, and by Spector and Associates, serious injury law firm.
Been convicted of a crime? Have an old criminal conviction still hanging around your neck? Recent changes in the law have actually sealed many convictions. But unfortunately, not all convictions were sealed. Not all employment or housing issues were addressed. Nor was the road cleared to obtain certain licenses and permits. The Expungement Firm, a division of the law firm of Yannuzzi & Yannuzzi, can help in those cases the new law doesn't cover. That's right. The Expungement Firm can help seal your prior criminal record, help with employment, immigration, and obtaining of licenses and permits. With some exceptions, most convictions can be sealed, and impediments to applications approved. Don't wait. Let the Expungement Firm seal your conviction, clean your slate, give you a new start. Call the Expungement Firm now.